Pippa, thank you. I'm not sure why some people can't be normal when they meet someone who is a VTuber. They're just a person. There's a lot of little moments where it's like I don't want to pick on people. But there have been times where it's like I'm just here to hang out with my friends, you know? And like I'm happy to make more friends. We can all be friends. But people at like industry events, I can understand why people don't like them. Not like the people themselves, but don't like going to industry events. Because there are a surprising amount of people that will just... I don't know. I don't usually introduce myself as Pippa. Because people are weird. Whenever I'm at industry events, it's like, oh, what's your name? And I'm like, here. And I do not say Pippa. I say something completely different. It's not my real name either. And a lot of the times, like, that works fine. You know? But then sometimes, like, they'll find out somehow. Not a lot of the time. It's just sometimes they'll find out, oh, that is Pippa. And I've had some weird interactions where it's like, please go away. But that's why going with management. That's why going with management is nice. Because I can be like, oh, can we leave? And then I have an excuse. And I can message on Discord and I can be like, can you like make up a reason we gotta get out of here? There's no reason to introduce yourself as your VTuber, honestly. It's necessary or you want to. It's your right to privacy, yeah. Management takes aggro, yeah. That's the nice part about management, is management can take aggro. People are weird sometimes. People are weird sometimes. To say you're a Pippa impersonator. Skeptical Panda, thank you. Stephen King, misery energy. Not quite. I would say it's not like fans of me necessarily at industry events. It's more like, you know, just people that are in the sphere and they don't really know much about me. And so they'll say like just weird stuff. And I don't wanna like get into all of it. Cause I don't want it to be like, oh, like, I don't want anybody to be able to come out and be like, oh, well, Pippa, you know, this story's about me, and if I made you uncomfortable, like, you should have just told me, or whatever. Because that's something that people also do. But, I don't know. I like VTubers. I think VTubers are cool. And I would say the majority of people that I meet are very cool VTubers. You know? I would say I've met a lot of amazing people where like I didn't even like know about them before, and now I'm like big fans of them because it's like, oh wow, you're such a great person. But there's also people where it's like you have no decorum. Ironic coming from the drunkard, perhaps, but cool God, thank you. Alright, I'm going on my lunch break with no sandwich, sadly, but here's Popkins, root beer, and pork ribs for the Pippa's cookout. Thank you. Most people are pretty chill, I find. Not just any fandom, I guess so. I don't know. Stop being a drunk. No! Now! Always some weirdos. Always some weirdos. Probably most industry stuff, to be honest. I guess Hollywood has it worse. Hollywood has, like, the pedophiles and stuff. VTuber industry meetups, just... some awkward people, I guess, that don't know boundaries. Keep being drunk, Pippa. You won't. Reverse psychology. Man! Don't jinx VTubing like that. You're telling me the people who stay inside are terminally online aren't well adjusted? Color me shocked. I feel like the problem isn't necessarily like not being well adjusted. There's just like, for some people, there's like a sort of like underlying aggression, I would say. Where it's like, why are you kind of hostile, man? Background noise, thank you. The weirdos always haunt the industry events. That's why I will not go to open invite stuff. I have like a few people where I'm like, okay, if you can vouch for this event, I will go. And I've met so many very cool people. I've met people that I am like a fan of. Like I was already a fan of. And I meet them, I'm like, oh! And it's just like a nice chill time. And I get to learn more about the industry. And gain new perspectives. And I appreciate those times. It feels very... I have imposter syndrome still, where it's like... Well, Edwin, thank you. Fandoms are always cool till the Skittles attack. I have imposter syndrome. Where it's like, I don't feel like I'm... a defined entity in this space. I am a passing fad. I am... like, relative to other people in the industry, I'm not even, like, on their scale. I'm not a person. I'm not anything. Great content will capture you for hours, and I am the social equivalent of a YouTube short. That's how I feel myself. And then I listen to No Longer Human and I schizo out. So I don't know. Going to industry events, it's like, wow. I get to glimpse behind the curtain at this industry that I like, at this thing that has changed my life and has given me a sense of purpose. I can see behind the mask. I get to see some of these people in their disgusting human bodies. I get to hear the words that they say when fewer people are listening, and catch a glimpse into their soul in a way. Does that make sense? That's very cool. It's very cool. It almost seems like... it feels like I'm reading an autobiography in real time. You know? And I know that people don't put on, like, their truly authentic self, even in these scenarios. But you do get to see them in an environment you would not normally get to see them. And they do tend to have, like, very different mannerisms and everything. You ever met a real human, Rabbit? Can you ever truly know somebody? Miner goes, thank you. I don't know of any other VTuber doing streams about grills. You own a niche. This is better than Mass Appeal. Well, thank you. Bun, thank you. What I've seen the most in industry mixers is what everyone is really hardworking and genuinely so passionate about making the VTuber industry grow. Solomon, thank you. You're a Pipkin Pippa, mega idol extraordinaire. Every time in Kenya, she was being down on herself. I was not being down on myself. I was just being honest. Mr. D, thank you. I did not watch VTubers before I started watching you. Now my wallet hates you. Brought a lot of us a lot of joy. Pippa, thank you. And thank you guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm schizo. Maybe I'm... I choose to believe I'm one of the strongest VTuber fans. That's my little bit of narcissism. Is I choose to believe that I'm actually a very, very strong VTuber fan. Because getting to see into the industry, like the people behind it, is such a... I don't know, it's such a unique opportunity. Thank you. I love VTubers. I don't think I would go to industry mixers if I did not care about VTubers. There's something that really tickles my brain about even meeting the tiniest of VTubers in person. Getting to see how they compare to their VTuber selves. Getting to see... like, oh, does their voice match? Does their personality match? What do they say when nobody's watching? What's their real motivations? And it sounds almost like kind of sinister, I guess, wording it like that, but I mean it more of like a... I don't know, just like people are fascinating. Oh, said thank you. If you can still maintain your love for something when you do it for work, you are indeed a powerful fan. Thank you, thank you. Lemonackle, thank you. Psychologically, imposter syndrome is natural for industry elites and experts in every field. Also, all genuine elites are big fans of their industry. You think so? I feel like a lot of the top dogs don't actually care about their industry, and that's why they're able to stay, like, detached and objective. I always feel like being a fan of VTubers makes me weaker. Because if I wasn't a fan, I would be able to view things more objectively. And I would be able to create better content that appeals to more than just things that would appeal to me as a viewer. Yoshiko Janai, thank you. When I'm in public, there's non-zero chance I'm being psychoanalyzed by my Yoshi. That's a word for it. I like to psychoanalyze other VTubers. In a not weird way, but in a fan way, which I guess is also a weird way. Just Mishy, thank you. My okay Offguy Expo 2025 was super fun, largely because of you. I was an artist in the Pippa stamp rally. Give Pippa ribbons and befriended Kabibis. Thanks for being you. Thank you! How glad you had a good time! Hunter goes, thank you. One day YouTube decided I would like to watch Japanese anime dog play Doom. What a day! Several years later, I'm watching Pippa. Turns out there is a rabbit in Rabbit Hole. That's Henry, thank you if I'd give you these! Counterpoint, you like VTubers, therefore you know what works and doesn't, and why you criticize things the way you do. Maybe. Maybe.